Didn't do that right. Can you see me now as well, Yubi? I guess I can go on here. Oh, okay. So how do we do that? Let's see. Share screen. Um, is that better? All right, cool dudes. Wow, this is a mess. All right. No, it's like, you guys can hear me okay and everything? Is that fine, or do I need to? Yeah, I don't even know how to get rid of that. Here, let me see something. I don't care what side of the tracks you're from. That is too much to watch right there. I don't know how to get rid of that. 500. There is about 500. How do you get rid of that crap? Hmm. Let's see. No, no, no. Oh, is that what it is? So I don't even know how to do that. All right, so let me. Oh, that's pretty wild. Wow, that's crazy. How do you get rid of that? I can't. Well, I mean, I can. I'm going to have to. Um, what's that button do? Well, it's not perfect, but it will work. It's just madness. Oh Jesus! I wish there was. You know what? That would be cool if I had all these people working here, but I don't, man. But hey, welcome everybody. I know I'm early because I'm not like most people. I'm early for stuff. I can't stand to be late, man. It just bothers me. And I'll figure this thing out at some point. I don't know if I close. What does that do? I don't even know what it does. Well, we're gonna roll with it this way. When you first got into screen share, it wasn't like that, and then it switched shortly after. I wonder if I end the stream and start it back over. What? Nah, I don't want to do that because that sucks. So we're not gonna do. We're just gonna leave it like it is, man. That's kind of the deal. Sorry. No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to end the stream. I'm just going to keep it like it is, and we'll go from there. It's not a big deal. I should have taken more directions from Ted. What is this here? String manage. I'm not going to. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna leave it because yeah. Yeah, I'm sharing my screen. How do I not share my screen? Oh, stop sharing. Let's see if that works. Is that better? Can you guys see me still? All right, cool. All right, thanks, Ted. I was thinking, Ted, when I called you and we did the Zoom call and you showed me how to do it the other day, um, I was at your live stream and you were having some issues. I kind of was double. I was like, he may have not been the best guy in the world to call about this, but it all worked out. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. And nothing but love, man. I have issues too, bro. Always. So it was brought up to me before we start this that I do a little bit of cursing on the internet, and I'm going to try to not do that. But in order to continue with just my personality, I did buy a bullshit button, right?
Oh, come on now. That ain't even bullshit. That's horseshit.
So instead of cussing, I'll just play the button, and that way I'm not really cussing, right? It's not me, it's the button. I do that in other meetings, just so you know, that say there's no profanity at this meeting, and I go, okay.
Warning, bullshit alert.
Good. Hey, Brian, we got Brian, Johnny, Yubi, TED Talk. So one thing I want to say in here is please don't anybody do a super chat. Please, it's not allowed here, man. Just don't ever do that. If I'm ever online, don't ever do that. I don't know. Just a personal deal. So that's pretty cool. We'll wait till 9 o'clock for me to do this, but I've got these, and oh, by the way, we were going to do this real complex computer spinning wheel like all the guys do. And since I'm old and confused most of the time, we're doing it. We're putting this in a couple of bags, and then the prizes are over here, right? Just like this. And I'm going to put that in the bag. So, oh, good. Yeah, I don't want to worry about being all that. Hey, 3J. Tim, good to see you, man. Tom Deeney. 5150. Brian. I'm glad you guys all came, man. This is that. You guys. For those of you that know me, I love doing stuff like this. I love giving away stuff, man. It's just it makes my heart warm, man. It makes me feel good. So that's pretty cool. And then someone came up with it for the yellow. We used the lightning strike yellow, and then they're like, "Oh, you should have done that," because I put that Doritos bag of hot mustard Doritos, and they said that'd be a cool name for that. It's hot mustard. Maybe on the next run we'll do that. All right. Yeah, and I was going to clean off my workbench, but I've got 8 more guitars to set up tonight, and I already set up 5 today. So it's just we've been busy, man, which it's a good thing. Growler gray. What did we use for the gray? I guess I should look at all the colors. Yeah, I think the color names are important, but I don't know. I'm going to tell you something, man. Let me grab this thing here. So I set up this one today, right? I don't know if you guys can even hear this. Let's see. Can you hear that at all? Louder, quieter. Okay, cool. These things just play amazingly, man. So that's pretty cool. But I'm digging on these guitars, man. They play like butter. It's a really, really, really Beautiful, beautiful guitar. Cliff, let me see your fingers. I want to so bad, guys. I can't, though. I promised myself I was going to be good. Oh, man. Yeah, it's got a really, 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 really good tone. Okay, we're at 9:02, man. Let's get this party started. For everybody who came tonight, I really, really appreciate it, man. Thank you, guys. I don't know if you know this or not, man, but our guitars are blowing up. I mean, we're selling like 8-9 guitars a day, every day, consistently, and I'm not talking about just the pre-orders, which we're sitting at. Just so you guys know, I ordered 160 guitars. We put those up not even 48 hours ago. I'm sorry, not even 4 days ago. We put them up at 10 o'clock at night. Today's Saturday night. It's Saturday. So Wednesday to Tuesday to Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and it's not even when they went up yet, not even 4 days yet. And we sold 60 pre-sold units already, 60 in 4 days. That's pretty huge, man. But those are big boy numbers. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, man. It's a big deal, you know. And in the meantime, though, you know, we're selling like 6 or 8. Another review hit from Scuttle Productions, and we've been selling 5-6, you know, ST1s, and I was putting those together today. I haven't put those together in a little while, but you know, I put one together today, several, but I picked it up and I played it. I got to tell you, man, it's just a nice little guitar. We're running low on those, so I placed another order for those. I placed another order. Well, not yet. I placed the order for the ST1s already, but I placed. I'm going to place another order for some more tellies, because we're going to be like, I think I have 2 red ones left. We'll be sold out of those by the end of the night. I promise you. They'll be the 57 Candy. Yeah, there's only 2 of those left. They'll be sold out, and I got to tell you, the gold and the silver are not far behind. So you know, I ordered 8 colors, and we'll probably only have 5, if that, by the time they get here. So I just forethought that it would make sense just to go ahead and get them on order now, which is cool. Yeah, man, it's really cool. You know, some of you guys know we got a second factory to keep up with the demand and everything else. So that's pretty cool. So for those of you guys who missed it, I was here a couple minutes early, and we were going to do, me and RJ were getting together. We were going to download this fancy wheel and all this other stuff, man. Thanks, Jimmy. I appreciate you. You're a good dude, man. All you guys are good dudes. You really are. I put everybody's name. I put 8 names on here. We're going to go over those just so everybody knows. So everything's on the up and up. We got Chris N. We got Tom R. Tom R's right here. We got Walter K. We got Mark F. We have Anna J. What am I holding that up? Sorry about that. We have Albert. Albert's right there. Tom D. is up there. And then it looks like Steve and Trish. They're here on that one. And then for these, so I'm going to go ahead and fold these up, right? We're just going to fold them up. Where's my bag at? Then we're going to put these in this little bag. So there's one. Fold this up. It's a black bag, so I can't see through it. All that good stuff. There's 3. There's 4. Here, we'll do it this way. There's the camera. There's 5 going in. There's 6 going in. There's 7 going in. And there's 8 going in. Whoop. There you go. And then there's 8 going in. So there's the bag of the names. And here's the prizes. It's a $25 coupon for Tease guitars, or an Amazon gift card. Or if you already bought a guitar, if you choose to, I'll refund you $25. There's one of those. There's another one of those. So there's 2 of those. There's a set of our 18-to-1 locking tuners. There's another set of 18-to-1 locking tuners, and those are 10 millimeter, and those will go in any. They're inline 6 for Strats or the Tellys. There's a $50 coupon, refund, or Amazon card, whichever you prefer. There's an SPR. Okay. There is another SPR, and there is an E-Series. All right. So these are going to go right inside this Tease bag, man. And we're just gonna mix everything around in there. And this is just the way we're gonna do it. No wheels, no frills or anything like that. Throw them up and whoever hits the floor. I love it. All right, so the first one is gonna be for an SPR. All right. So I'm going to keep this here, and I'm going to write the names right there. So I'll write who wins what. So the SPR is in there. And let's grab a name, man, for a free Tease guitar. I love doing this shit, man. See, I couldn't make it. What are we in? 7 minutes. I already dropped the S-bomb. All right, here's the first name. Tom R. I know who that is. Tom Rasmussen. He's a repeat offender of the Tease guitars, man. Tom Rasmussen. Congratulations, Tom. I'll get with you and let you know what's available as far as the colors go. So we will take Tom's name now, and Tom goes in the trash. All right. Let's see. What do we got coming up next? All right, we're gonna just reach in there. We got a set of locking tuners. All right, let's grab a name out of there. There we go. And that's going to be for Anna J. Anna J, congratulations, locking tuners. I'll get with you on Facebook. I'll send all you guys instant messages. And you can give me your shipping addresses and things like that, okay? Anna J. Anna J goes in there. All right. We'll take Anna and we'll dust Anna. Thanks for playing. All right, man. This is pretty cool. All right, man. Wow, I'm getting all the good shit right out of the gate here. Another SPR. All right, let's go, man. This is so cool. There's the name. Look at this. Chris N. I wonder who that could possibly be. Is that Chris Nelson? I believe it is. I don't know if there's two Chris N's, but if not, that's Chris Nelson. So we'll put Chris N on here. And he couldn't be here. All right. I know he ordered a Telecaster from us, a red one, actually. Way to go, Chris. And Chris goes to the wayside. All right, man. Let's see. There's only one more guitar in here. I hope I'm not grabbing it now. Oh, I didn't grab that. The prizes are in here. Let's grab the prizes in here. If you don't have an SPR and you get one of these guitars, you're going to be like, holy shit, man, that's a nice ass guitar. All right, so this one's going to be for a $25 coupon, refund, or Amazon card, whichever you prefer. You can let me know when I get with you guys. And let's see, who's this? All right, let's see. Walter K. Walter K. Congratulations, Walter. $25 Amazon card, coupon or refund. Walter K. All right, we'll go in here. Got another one. What do we got here? I hope the suspense keeps going here. Uh-oh. This is the one you all been. I know everybody wants this one, right? The E series, man. Drum roll. All right, man. Let's see. Whoever's getting this is. I'm going to tell you something, man. This guitar doesn't play like a $300 guitar. It doesn't play like a $600 guitar. It plays like a $1,000 guitar. And there's several people who have played it who have told me the same thing. So let's get in here. Fire, man. Whatever this is, it's fire. And Steve and Tracy, whoever that is, Steve and Tracy, Congratulations, man. I'll get with you guys on Facebook. That's awesome, man. You're going to dig on this one, dude. Steve and Tracy. It's either Tracy or Trina. I already know it's like TR something. All right, so we got that one. So Steve and Tracy go by the wayside. All right, let's see what else we got in here. Yeah, we got. Oh, that's not bad. $50, right? I'll take a 50. Someone want to drop 50? I'll take 50. All right, so $50. Let's see who we got in here. Again, Amazon coupon or a refund if you bought one. Albert. I didn't get Albert's last name because I got lazy, but Albert wins the $50. Congratulations, Albert. We'll toast Albert. Albert. And we're going to do this again on the next one, man. You know what I mean? We'll just, I don't know, we change the names. I'll be honest with you. I really don't. I could write red, blue, green, and yellow or whatever it is. It doesn't, I don't care. But it's fun. I hated to see the Boomer blue color go because some guy said, he goes, I bought one of those just because of the name, right? Another guy sent me a message last night, or I think it was the day before yesterday. He posted it on one of my YouTube videos, and he goes, hey bro, I bought one of those, I bought one of your guitars, and I didn't run it by my wife. So if she kills me, I hope she buries me with my Boomer, because I'm a Boomer. I just thought that was cool as shit, man. Oh, dude, yeah, that was a nice little one, Rich. Thanks for that order. I appreciate the Boomer Blue. That's a nice little guitar. And you're gonna shit yourself when you get that. All right, so here we got a set of tuners, another set of tuners, and that will go to. Oh, no, is there two? There's one or two. There's two left in here. All right, so the set of go to Mark Fry, Mark F. So Mark, you get an extra set of tuners. Mark Fry. Cool beans, man. Those are really good tuners. They're 18-1. I don't know if Steve, well, they're good tuners. All right, and the last prize is another $25. So $25 no holla. And that obviously goes to the last person, and they already know who it is if they're here. That would be Thomas D. So Tom gets the $25 to Thomas D. All right. So now all you guys got to do is hope that I'm going to put all the winners and the names and everything back in this bag, is that I don't lose the bag. I've done worse things in my life, I can assure you. That's cool, man. Well, that was quick and painless. You guys, I really, honestly, man, thank you. You guys have no idea, man, what this does for me. You know, I get to do this, and I get to do it because of you guys, and my gratitude is like never ending for all that you do. All the chats, all the shares, all the posts, all the, all the everything, the emails, the chats, the phone calls. If you guys know anybody that lives in New York that needs a part-time setup job, I could really use some help. Just to give you an idea, this week, because of the orders and the shipping and the tariffs and all the crap, I've been up all day long setting up guitars, and then I've been on the phone or on the computer or the phone or on Zoom till at least 3 or 4 o'clock every single morning, and my days start at 6. So I've gotten like 2 hours of sleep all week. Last night I couldn't make it anymore, and I passed out, and I didn't even want to wake up this morning, but I had to get up again at 6 because I start my day at 6. And then I set up guitars all day today, but tomorrow I'm going to be closed. And when I say close, that means I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to spend some time with my wife, and and we're just going to have a day. You know, I don't know. We're going to go somewhere. We're going to go out to the country or something, go out for a nice lunch, and then go out to a nice dinner, and then come back and relax. And I think I deserve that. Right? Killing myself, man. Next time around, I'll win. Maybe next time around, everybody. I got it. Here's the deal with winning. Right? It's nice to win, but if you're like I'm old, I'm 60, so every day I wake up and suck air. I'm a winner. I get a chance. I get a chance to do this. You know, I was talking to my my brother-in-law. He lives upstairs, and he goes, you were in the '80s, right? You were, and I said, yeah, man, I was down there in Hollywood. I played the Sunset Strip in the '80s, and so they made this. This is a really cool. This is a coffee table book that came out probably 2 years ago. Probably maybe about a year and a half ago. And it's a really cool deal. It's about $100. If you buy the set, you get it's got 2 album vinyls in it, right? And here's like the playbills and stuff. Like there's where's he at? There you go. That's James Hetfield. That's Metallica right up there, right? And then if you go down here, here's our band right here, over here. Here's Nightmare. And then we have Romeo, and here's Pookie's. If anybody's from Hollywood, they remember Pookie's. There was a band called Odin. There's a band called Witch, Hellion, Wasp. That was at the Troubadour. L.A. Rocks. That was a big band, man. L.A. Rocks was a big band. We've got, who else do we got here? Armored Saint. Armored Saint was opening for Hellion, right? Stormer, that's another great band. Jaded Lady. They just had a bunch of cool bands. And I was blessed enough to be in the middle of all that. And it was just cool as shit, man. Except Rough Cut. Odin, who is this? Hellion again, Leather, Black and Blue. Great White, Steeler, Armored Saint, and Stormer. Where was this at? This was at Perkins Palace in Pasadena. And I remember playing Perkins Palace in Pasadena one summer. I think it was 1981. And it was just the end of the set. It was like the last day of summer. And we played there. And I was in a band called Rude Awakening, man. And we rocked that place. That was a blast, dude. But so they have this book tells you all about, and here's some more, right? Here, Poison, Warrant. Joey from Warrant, he went on to play with Nightmare 2 with Rod. They call his name is Rotten Rod. They call him Danny Carlock. He was our singer, and our singer was he was the singer for an old punk band, and it was called Agent Orange. Some of you guys know who Agent Orange is, and our drummer was the drummer from Aldo Nova, Terry Martell. And then there was myself, and there was a guy named Vance Simmons, and then our rhythm guitar player was Tracy West, and I got to tell you, man, we killed it. we absolutely killed it, and we were a mess. So I'm trying to bring you back home to. Let me see if I can find these. I think we're in this book. Well, I know we're in the book somewhere. I just don't know where in the book we are. But it talks about the movement in this book, which is really cool about back in the 80s, 79, 80, 81, 82. You had people flocking. You had bands flocking from all over the world to play the Sunset Strip, and definitely all over the country. But the fans, the people who showed up in their 70s, the big vans, and all the people would just pile out of the vans and then go to the Troubadour or the Whiskey A Go-Go or wherever they were from. Yeah, here we go. So yeah, that's me. I'm the bass player. I'm the one getting my hair pulled over on this side, right, by the drummer. That's Rod. That's he was a drummer for us after Terry Martell, after Aldo Nova. His name is Jim Johnson. He lives out in Idaho now. and this is Van Simmons over here. And Van still plays today. He's out Huntington Beach, California, man. That guy, um, phenomenal guitar player. I mean, he just kills it on the guitar. So I had a real interesting, upbringing and things like that. When I say upbringing, I mean upbringing in the music industry. I got to do all that. I got to do all that, and um, after dropping out of that deal, and I really didn't have a choice because it's a hard lifestyle, man. I'm going to tell you, it's a really hard lifestyle, and it took a lot of really good people down. It didn't get this old boy, but so after about 20 or 30 years, and I really never gave up playing. I actually started picking up guitar again because I started out as a guitar player. But I retired, and then I thought, what was I going to do? And I started Tease Guitars, and it was just kind of like a hobby. I said, I'm just going to mess around and sell some guitars, and then the vision started coming in about I should do this to these guitars, I should do that, I should do this, and I got a couple of people that I collaborate with, and yeah, me too. Somewhat, I remember them, Tom. Somewhat, I remember the '80s. Um, and then we started putting out guitars, and then the guitars got a little bit better, and the guitars got a little bit better. You know, our, I'm absolutely 100% happy to say that we make a hell of a guitar, man, and it's just it's at the top of the line. I don't even like using the word budget with these guitars. I know we sell them at a really good price, but the playability and the components that go into our guitars are just there isn't anybody out there, and we've got, believe it or not, man, Tease guitars, we have haters, and even after I came out with this new E series, even the haters can't hate anymore, right? That's how good these friggin' things are, man. So the only thing people got now is, well, I don't like the headstock. Well, if you want to send me a check for $250,000, I'll change the headstock, man, because I like the headstock, and some people, they make fun of the name Tease, right? Well, I'm going to put it to you this way: um, Leo Fender named his guitars Fender guitars, and my name is Torsten. Not a lot of people can pronounce that well, so I grew up going by T. Okay. And when I looked up T apostrophe S, there's like 1,000 different T apostrophe S companies. So if you want one of my guitars, they're T's guitars. I'm T. They're T's guitars. It's just spelled a little differently because I'm a little different. But that's where the name came from, and the name's going to stay. And if you don't like the name and you're not going to buy a guitar for the name, kick rocks, man. We got enough people out here that are buying these guitars that absolutely love them, and I play guitar. I'm a guitar player. I love these guitars. Who didn't like the headstock, right? That's what I'm saying. I love the headstock, man. But it's like, oh, you should do this and you should do that, and I'm all about taking suggestions for things because you guys have given me suggestions that I use. But there's some things that I'm not going to do to, and I'm going to tell you this: these are my guitars. That's not like open for discussion. They're my guitars. I before I manufacture something, man, I play and play and play and play and listen. I play them in different amps. I play them at different settings. I play them clean. I play them dirty. I play different genres of music to see what kind of tones I can get out of them. We've tried all the different pickup configurations. We've tried different pots. I can tell you one thing, that if you were to change the pots in your E series, it would give you a really, really, really nice sound down to 250s. But I like the high gain stuff that you can get out of that guitar, and that's why it's got 500 on it. It's not a huge difference, but it is a difference. So you can still, and now with the coil split, you can get that. RJ has a one of our test models from way back when we first started making the E series, and that guitar has 250s in it. It doesn't have 500s in it, and he loves it. So, and it's got a different tone than the ones with the 500 in it, but it doesn't have the high gain. Do you know what I'm saying? It's missing a little something, and I want to be able to put guitars out there that don't just play one style of music. if you watch Baby Boy Mulligan's or RJ's Cave, you'll see our guitar player, and he goes in there and he's chicken picking on that guitar, and he's chicken picking on the same guitar that you got, the ones that all the people are saying, oh, you can't get a telly sound out of that bridge pickup. I'm going to tell you something. You can get all the telly sound you want out of that guitar. It's if you know how to play that style of music, you know what I mean. J-Man is a perfect example of that. That dude does some chicken picking, and he can get the twang out. That dude could probably get twang out of a ham sandwich, though. That's how good of a player he is. You know what I'm saying? He's just a really, really phenomenal player. And you know, and here, let me throw some props out. Let me throw not just to you guys, to the people that review these guitars. Most of them buy the guitars, right? And the ones who don't, I send them out at cost, and sometimes I just send them out. It just depends on who it is. And but they don't sell the guitars, so they're not in it for the money. I never get to see a preview of any of the videos that come out. They could be great. They could be just crap. I don't know, you know. And again, tone is something that's subjective to everybody. So if you listen to every single review that we've ever put out, every single reviewer has said the tone is really good in these guitars. In other words, you don't have to change the pickups. That's pretty cool. If I'm not going to buy a guitar that I want to change the pickups in. So to the YouTube reviewers that I'm not going to say that they pimp our product, because they don't. All they're doing is just passing along information to you. There's no reward for them for doing that. So RJ's Cave, Baby Boy Mulligan, Ted Talks, Jesus Christ, Johnny Bean, Rich. I think Rich like runs Johnny. I think Rich is actually Richard Bay Area Rich is like the CEO of Johnny Bean TV, behind the curtains or something. I don't know, man. He's bought a lot of guitars from us, and they always end up on the Johnny Bean show. So grateful for that, Richard. And then I know. Oh, Jesus Christ, you could forget. You know, the bald shredder, Bad Brad, right? Jack Fawcett. Who else am I missing, man? Don Giroux. He's on our Tones page. That guy, he sells no guitars for us. He really honestly doesn't. If he sold one, I don't know about it, and he gets like less than 100 views on his YouTube videos. But I just love the way the guy plays. So I sent him a guitar, and he does some tone videos for us, and he does some YouTube reviews, but it's mostly just playing. There we go. Scut Productions. Thank you. Scuttle Productions. Ryan out there. Jimmy Stewart. Jimmy Stewart has been with me since day one. You know, he's always down to review a guitar, and he'll drop everything. He's like, yeah, man, I'm a little busy, but I'll do that for you. I think I said Jack Fawcett. Jack Fawcett will be doing another review. He's a guitar snob. Jake at Big Jake's Music. Jake has done several reviews for us, you know. Brian at Searching for Tones. Brian did a lot of reviews for us. He hasn't done any lately, but that's, you know, whatever it is. But hey, you know, all these guys, and if I forgot anybody, I completely apologize. I don't think I did, though. I think I got pretty much everybody. So yeah, those guys are just cool dudes, man. And a lot of them I've become friends with, you know. A lot of them I text and talk and chat. And here's the other thing too, man. I text and talk and chat to a lot of you guys, man. You know, you guys call up or we chat, or I call my customers. When your guitars, when you order a guitar, if you've never ordered a Tease guitar, yeah, David, there we go. David, what is his last name? Rabinow. David Rabinow. He's that guy right there. He's a phenomenal player, and he's going through it. And I can say this because he puts it out there for the public. He suffers from Parkinson's disease, to the point, like, if he were to send a guitar back, he couldn't get it in the gig bag. I have to put his action at like 2.5 because that's how he plays. And he plays really good despite his handicap, you know? And I think that's what guitar is all about is, I think I'm going to say it. I shouldn't say it, but I'm going to say it. I think guitar players in general have handicaps of one sort or another. It could be mental, it could be physical, but we're not all there. We got like 25 guitars on the wall and stuff. Let's put it this way, bro. If you got a guitar in your bathroom, there's something damn wrong with you, right? I can't. You know what, Thomas? I saw Phil McKnight. Here's the deal with Phil McKnight. I watch all of his stuff, and someone like Phil McKnight, he did a review on a Firefly, okay, and they were sold out. Oh, cool! Just got another order. They were sold out in like 2 hours, and so if I went on there with my guitars, our guitars, right? I have a feeling that, and I can't set up 200 guitars and not piss somebody off. So that's going to have to. And I sent him an email, and I said, hey, if you if you want to do that, I'd be more than happy to do that. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a separate order for your review and give me about 3 months to set all those guitars up so it doesn't affect my normal business. Thanks, Albert. So when I say that, I look at things of what could go wrong, right? And here's what could go wrong. I could get a shipment of guitars in that you guys are excited about, you, my customers, not, and I'm not saying new people aren't my customers, but I have loyalty to you. And so would it be fair for me to get in new guitars that you guys want, take them over to Phil McKnight, and have all kinds of people that aren't a part of our family that I want to be a part of our family, but at what cost? And it's not going to cost any of our family members any grief, in other words. You see what I'm saying? So what we're going to do is we're going to make a separate order when that review happens. And I think the review will happen. And it'll probably happen sometime in 2026. But we're going to be prepared for that. Hey, what's going on, Richard? I want to be prepared for big reviews, because here's what'll happen. You do a big review with somebody like Phil McKnight, and he's got 400,000 subscribers, and then all of a sudden we sell 200 guitars. He's got 200 pissed off viewers because they're waiting like a month to get their guitar, and I've got 200 pissed off customers that will never buy another Tease guitar. So I would rather just make a separate order, have all those guitars set up, and then do a big review like that, because that's the smart way to do that deal. We're not a big company. I have to hire people when we have big reviews. I had to hire people when the Bald Shredder did our first review. I had to have 2 guys come in to keep up with the orders that he did, because I have a debt to pay to them too, and that's to not piss off their viewers. That's my promise to them. They're like, yeah, I'll do a review for you, but you better back it up, because there's a real quick way for me to not get anybody to do reviews, and that's for them to do a review, sell a bunch of guitars, and then have people waiting weeks and weeks and weeks to get them. For the 5, you got way more than 5 orders, bro. I'm still getting orders from you. I get phone calls. People are calling up. They're like, hey, dude. Another thing too. So I'm not computer savvy. I met my last 5 wives on the computer, so I know it works. But I'm not computer savvy. Anyways, if you have trouble placing an order, or you're having trouble with the website or something like that, you can now call in, and my intern will take your order over the phone, and she'll actually place it for you on the computer for you. You give her all the information, and she'll load it up for you and do it that way. So don't let that stop you. Yeah, ordering is pretty simple. It really is. All right. Oh, and another eBay order. If you guys are ordering on eBay, the only reason that the prices are different, people ask me, why are your prices more on eBay? Because eBay charges me like 10% to sell a guitar on there. I don't even know why I do that, but I do it. I think people think that they have more protection on eBay than they do off of buying it off of our website. And I have PayPal available on my website. But here's the deal with that. You'll never have to call your bank on a Tease guitar order. If it's not right, I'll make it right. Me. Right here. I'm the one who makes that decision. Hurry up and give them their money back. Yeah, you ordered on Thursday and you got it yesterday morning. That's what I'm saying. I nailed it out. You know, I do. I try to do the best I can with all this stuff. I really do. It's hard sometimes, but I'm always going to have people around to help when I need it. And Baby Boy Mulligan's coming over on Tuesday for. He was scolded by. Well, I'm sorry that some people get excited. You know what? I think Malichi, he wants people to know about the guitars, and I appreciate it. But anyways, I forget what I was saying. Oh, Baby Boy Mulligan's going to come by on Tuesday and set up some guitars because we worked something out so he could get one of these guitars. And I hope that sticks. I hope he can hang with it. And he's going to see the fast pace that I go through setting up guitars, and hopefully we'll be able to keep him on board for a day or two a week from here on out, because I literally I need somebody like at least like on Mondays or Tuesdays to keep me caught up so I don't get behind on stuff. It's going crazy, which is not a bad thing, but it's just getting to be I don't want to piss anybody off. How's that? I don't want to piss anybody off. You guys got any questions for me? I'm trying to do this the right way, man. I really am. I work hard at running my business with integrity, and I think I do that. Yeah, Philly's only a 5-hour drive. If someone's like, I swear to God, dude, if someone's like a setup, like if you can blow through guitars and do like fantastic setups, I have a feeling that when these guitars hit, these E series guitars, when they finally come in here next month, I'd even probably fly somebody out here just to help me set them up if they're that good. And I'm not talking about somebody who just knows how to set up a guitar. I mean somebody who like really can crank out some guitars, man. I can do. Yeah, I'll post the winners on Facebook in a bit when I get done. Will you work tomorrow? No, I won't, Tim. I'm not working tomorrow, man. I'm telling you, bro. I'm taking tomorrow off. On my website and the contact us, the hours are there, and it's all there. And absolutely nobody does that. No, on the pro setups, I use either Ernie balls. I always use Ernie ball 9-gauge. I use Ernie ball 10s, or I use boomers, or I use Diodario strings. If somebody wants to order a guitar with their own strings or wants me to, if I touch it, I got to mark it up, bro. That's kind of the deal. But if you want, like, nano webs and stuff like that, I can't ship your guitar out the next day. But if you want some Elixir nano webs, I'll order them for you, or you can order them on Amazon and you can have them shipped to my my address is right there on the website. So just place an order and put a note in there. Hey, I set a set of strings over here to your shop. To your shipping address, mailing address, I should say. And if you could put those on my order, it'd be great. And we go to the mail. It's a PO box. We go there every single day because we deliver guitars every day to the UPS right there. People always say, why do you drop it off at a UPS access point? Okay. Well, UPS will come by here in the morning at 10 o'clock and pick up every guitar we have. But then it's in a truck until 8 or 9 o'clock at night. God knows what's happening to it. And when I take it to the UPS, and I pass by like 4 different UPS access points because the one that I use really cares about my guitars. They actually have a little room to put them in to where, yeah, Steve and Trisha. Is that you? Yeah, but well, wait a minute. I don't know. Where's the bag at? See, I already lost the bag, man. Oh, no, here's the bag right here. Let's see who won that. The E series was tuners. The E series was, yeah, Steven. Is it Trisha or Tracy? Could have been Trisha or Tracy. Nope, I got it right here. Oh, that's you, Steve Gunner. Right on, bro. Awesome, man. That's cool shit right there. That's totally cool. Well, see, there you go, man. I know you. I don't think you've ordered No, you haven't ordered the E series, anyways. But yeah, so I don't even know where I was at, what I was talking about. But yeah, like I said, if there's somebody, I really need to find somebody local to come out here. But I'm going to need some help on these guitars. Um, there's just a lot of them. Jesus, I don't even know. I don't even know how I'm going to do. I mean, I can knock out, just so you guys know, I can knock out 3 SPRs or three. I can knock out 3 regular setups an hour, and they'll be spot on. I mean, every one of them. But I do thousands of them, and then for pro setups, that takes me about 40 minutes, and that's just because of the frets and changing the bridge pins in those things. Changing the bridge pin, I got that down to like 6 or 7 minutes, but still. So yeah, you're welcome, Steve. You're welcome to everybody. I mean, believe it or not, it's thank you for getting involved. All of you guys, thanks for getting involved in the contest. Thanks for getting involved in these live things. Thanks for getting involved in all the things that we do. Yeah, three an hours. It's I mean, but then I got to box them, and then I got to print the labels, then I got to put the bubble wrap on, and put them back in the gig bag. If I had guitars just sitting there, that would be great. My intern, she doesn't know it yet, but she's going to learn how to do frets. We're to teach her how to polish frets, and she's probably not going to be too happy about that, but it is what it is. So yeah, man. All right. So it's been 45 minutes. I don't want to keep you guys all night. If you have, like I said, if you have any questions, let me just scroll through these real quick. I really don't pay attention when I'm talking like I should. So there's Ted, Tim. Oh, you're probably upstate, huh, 3J? You are upstate. I know you are. If you ever get down, let me know. Or actually, I don't go upstate, but my wife's family owns a winery in New Paltz, and I go up there during the summers usually and play for a weekend or something like that. It's pretty fun. I don't drink. We were actually gonna move to the winery. It's pretty funny, kind of an alcoholic living on a winery. And we didn't not move there because of that, because alcohol doesn't bother me. And all right. I don't think I missed any. My hair's still holding up. Yeah. All right. Who's hit the like button? Yeah, that's another thing too, man. I don't care if you like and if I ask you guys to like share a video or something like that, that's because I'm promoting something. But I don't I don't care about growing YouTube or any of that stuff. It's more of a here's some guitars and here's what we're doing with that. Yeah, John, I'm telling you, man, the tellies are good, and you've got an SBHE series, the last run. This guitar is probably, I'm going to say 1.5 better. It's faster, and the coil split makes the difference. To me, I don't really care about the coil split, but cheers, man, good job, it was great. You do have to roll back, but you also have to know how to pick. You have to. So chicken picking is these 3 fingers right here. I play with my thumb, and I can play with these two, but these two here, they're lost soldiers, man. I still don't have that. Yeah, you can draw. So and for any of you guys that have the last run that doesn't have the coil split, those switches they have the coil split wiring in there. They already have that. It's the 2 pieces of wire that come out, and they're taped off. Okay, it's either blue tape or white tape. Those are for a coil split. So there's only 3 wires. You don't really have to do anything. You have to move the blue wire on the switch, and then you're good to go. So you can do that. Ball shredder. I love the way you guys like the way Richard plays, man. He kills it, doesn't he? He shreds. I love good guitar playing. That's kind of the deal. I absolutely love it. In fact, who is it? Keith Melendez. I love his lessons and things like that. And I asked him, I said, if I send you a guitar, will you showcase my guitar on your lesson channel? Will you try it out? And he said, absolutely, I will, man. You know, he goes, I've been wanting to play a Tease guitar for a long time. And so I'd love to do that. So he'll be doing some stuff for us. Like I said, I know RJ's going to do a review on one. Um, I'll guarantee it. Baby Boy Mulligan does one. I'm hoping that that Richard does another one after he gets back from vacation. I know Jimmy Stewart will do one, and this is all after we get the guitars in and stuff like that. Another one is Sean. I want Sean. Sean's got a little channel. Oh, Fret Not. There we go. Rob. I forgot to say thank you to Rob. Yeah, I mean, I've got a lot of channels that not back Tease guitars, but they review our guitars, man. And it's an amazing thing. You know, they do a great job at it. I wouldn't want to do what you guys do as far as influencers. And I don't know. I hate to say an influencer. I don't think you're an influencer. I just think you're guitar guys that just love gear. And when I say that, I mean, you just want to get the information out to people so they can make informed decisions. So that's pretty cool. Some people on YouTube are influencers. And I don't know. It's a whole different thing. I pick the YouTube reviewers, or some of them pick me. I get a lot of requests from people who do YouTube reviews, and I can't work with some of them. I just can't. I look at what they do and I'm just like, I'm sorry, but I can't, you know. I get a lot of, we're always looking for, could you imagine this? Can you imagine if a professional, I mean, I'm talking like a pro, and I don't mean just a guy that plays bar rooms, but I mean someone who plays big time, strapped one of our guitars on their backs, man. And I can guarantee that guitar will do it all day long. I think Trey Shreddings, he played Bike Week all week long with a Green Envy SBH, and we put a coil split in there for him. He did that. Hey, Rob. So I know, you know, you can, but I want, if we can get somebody, and I've got a couple of people working on that right now that are looking for musicians that are looking for endorsements to get this out. And there is one promise I will make to you right now, that if Tease Guitars decides to ever put out a signature guitar, ever does, it'll be from somebody who's playing our guitars, not from somebody who's dead. It'll be from somebody who's playing the guitars. That I promise you. Because that's a real signature guitar, not a tribute to a dead person guitar. And I'm not bagging on anybody for doing that if that's what they're doing. I'm just saying our company won't. We just don't do things like that. I kind of want to get back to that share in the screen thing with the 500 pictures of me going off into the sunset. That was pretty cool, man. Yeah, but like I said, you know, TSA, Trey Shreddings would be great, but I want when I say a big guitarist, I mean like a big guitarist, somebody who, and I'll be honest with you, man. I think that this guitar that we just came out with is there. I told you guys it's playing on Broadway. Our guitarist Andy Buslovich, he plays not off Broadway. He does do off Broadway shows, but he plays on Broadway in a really big one. And I can't use the name of it, but I can tell you that it starts with a W. And that guitar plays in the chair on Broadway in the pit, and the other guitarists that come in after he plays his chair, they drool on that guitar. They pick it up, they play, and they're just like, oh my god, you know. We're getting people that are professional players hitting that guitar in the $1,200 to $1,500 range just right out of the gate. They go, oh, what do you think? Because he's asking them, what would you pay for this guitar? He goes, well, it's got to be at least $1,200. It's got to be at least $1,500. It's got to be, you know. So that rosewood neck makes a big difference. It's a lot faster than the unfinished neck, and don't ask me why. I have no idea why, but it just is. It's that good. It's a lot of fun to play. You get a lot of, I'm not going to say new tones, because I got the same tones out of the old one that I do the new one. The coil split, okay. You know, for me, a coil split's nothing. I can play, and I can, in between playing, I know how to go down and switch my switch and do my volume tones and things like that. Roll back my tone knob. If you see Richard, if you see the bald shredder playing, while he's playing, he goes back and forth all the time. Every time he goes to it, he likes to play I can tell you this: he likes to play lead guitar in the bridge, right? He doesn't. I mean, in the neck. I like to play lead guitar in the bridge. He likes to play it in the neck. So that's what works for him. That's what he does. And I'm sure that's not on every guitar, but that's on some guitars because I've seen him do it on several. So it's just little things like that. It's pretty cool, man. You know. All right, 9:51. I think I'm out of here. I've said everything. Fret not reviews. What do we got? You helped build my channel. Who was that? Oh, Timmy. Yeah, yeah. I heard you just got. I saw something. You just got 100 subscribers, bro. Listen, I'm going to tell you guys something that are new on this YouTube deal. When I first started this company, and I know you've heard the story before, I started it in a pantry closet in Weymouth, Mass, and I literally had 19 people in 1 week hit my website, and I thought I was doing phenomenal. Phenomenal. And let me just see. I just got my numbers just now. They come in at 9 o'clock. Yeah, 7-Eleven, we got 1,054 people. 896 the day before. 1156, 1144, 1492. Here we go. Here's a milestone. In the last 12 months, we've had 99,267 people come to our website. 99,267 people. And I know some of you guys are going on there, man, at like 5 times a day. I know I do, but it doesn't count mine because I'm in my channel thing. But I'm telling you, dude, it's yeah. Thank you. You know, and those are big boy numbers. I know that Firefly probably gets that in a month or two, but again, I'm only 3 years old, and it's just me doing the marketing for this deal. Just me, and I'm doing 100,000. If you saw, I put a post up or a video up too on this contest. Dude, last month we had 44,000 interactions on Facebook. 44,000. Again, big boy numbers. You know what I mean? And it's not really big boy numbers, but it's me. It's just me returning all the phone calls, doing all the well, I have an intern. She does some of that too, but I'm going to take the credit for that because I do 95% of it. You know, she's only here 1 day a week, and I do about 16, 17 hours a day, and I'm not falling behind. So I'm proud of that. But, you know, it's gotten to the point where I'm going to need some help, you know, and don't worry, that's not going to go in any kind of price increase because I got to hire somebody. We're selling enough guitars, man. You know, pantry closet guitars. Because since if I called my company Pantry Closet Guitars, I guarantee every YouTube video I did, someone would say, "Oh, we should come out of the closet." That's just what people do. People are mean. People suck sometimes, bro. They just do. They suck. People, but you know what? I suck some days too. So I don't get mad at people for being people. They're just people, and I don't do people in too well. That's why I'm kind of grateful. The world is grateful that I'm stuck in here for like 16 hours a day, believe me, because I was in New York out in the streets for 16 hours a day, bro. There wouldn't be that many happy people driving around me, man. But I work really hard, and I think Rob called me today, and he said, "You know why your company's going to go somewhere?" And I said, "Why?" And he said, "Because you put the time in it." And I put a lot of time. I put a lot of effort. I put a lot of hours in. But I put a lot of thought in. And when I say I put a lot of thought in, I want you to think about this. So I have an opportunity to ask Phil McKnight to review one of my guitars, and I'm pretty sure that he would. Okay. And I could make some really quick money. But I'm not doing that because that would not be a good thing. That would not be a smart move. So rarely do I do something before I've really thought it through. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm like I said before, I'm in the what could go wrong with this deal. And I thought about it, and I sent him an email when he had mentioned, he goes, "Well, I'm probably going to end up doing a Tease guitar review on one of his live things that he was doing." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm not. I sent him an email. I said, if you decide to do that, please give me plenty of warning, and I would really appreciate. I can't stop anybody doing from anything. I can't do. But I reached out and I asked him. I said, please, let's not do that unless I have like a lot of prior notice, so I can actually make a separate order and things like that. You know." because it makes sense, you know. And with every single part that goes into our guitar, I look at it, we test it. Andy and I sit down here and we play these things, man, and we talk about it and go, hey, what is this the right one? Is this the one? You know what I mean? Every switch. Um, what kind of strings are we going to put on? I'll tell you what, the strings that sound really good on those guitars are the Diodario strings. And I hate to say that, and I'm not a Diodario guy. I'm still an Ernie Ball guy, but for some reason they sound really good. The $16 Elixir Nanowebs, I'm not into that. I don't know why I don't like them, but they just don't feel right to me. You know, so strings are something that you can change. I'll tell you, we haven't changed strings. Our house strings are still good strings, but if you're going to do anything to your guitar when you get it, like let's say you got a guitar and it's got, I'll go over this in a second. If you got a guitar and let's say the tuning stability or something, it's not the tuners. I promise you, it's the strings, if anything. Um, but we had some guy do a review and he said the tuning stability on this ST1 is not good, and the tuner stuff. It's not the tuners, man. First of all, when you get a brand new guitar, it's got strings. I'm sure he stretched the strings, but I don't know what that person did as far as those strings are connected to springs in the back of that trim. And so until you sit there and whack on that whammy bar and get the springs to settle in, I don't think your guitar is going to ever stay in tune properly, especially if you don't use a whammy bar. You know, I mean, sit there and just hammer the shit out of that thing and still the springs settle in, or block it off, one of the two, and then you'll see it's not the tuners, though. The tuners we have, they're amazing tuners. The strings, I don't know, you know. I mean, and that's when you get into the $50 setup. House strings are the strings that come with the guitar from the factory, Albert. And the strings are never more than like 45 days old. So they're not old strings. They're just not the best strings in the world. They're not bad. I play on mine all the time. I mean, I leave them there. I like the strings, but they're not the best strings. You know what I mean? So if you need to do that, but when you get into the string, you know, if you're going to do a string change, why not just do that up front? And yeah, I'm putting my selling hat on here now, because if I had two complaints about the ST1, it would be that I should probably do a string change on it, and I should probably change out the saddle screws in it, because if you're a palm muter, and I'm not, but many are, those bridge pins will get you. And in the pro setup, we do all that for you, right? And you know, here's the other thing too. When you don't get a pro setup, we don't lube the nut. We don't lube the saddles. That's all tuning stability stuff. Just because it's got great tuners and barrel string tunes doesn't mean that your guitar is going to stay in tune as well as it can, and it will stay in tune as well as it possibly can. And that'll give you the real test right there, is if you put new strings on it. The nut's still going to be cut properly, even if you don't get a setup, because I don't believe in sending out guitars that are unplayable. So the nut will be cut, but it won't be lubed, and the saddles won't be lubed. You're like, well, why don't you do that? And so if I did that on the regular setup, then no one would buy a pro setup. That's why I don't do it. And I'm assuming that people who don't get a setup don't buy the guitar just because they say, oh, I don't want to spend the extra $50. It's because they know how to do a setup, and they set their guitars up their own ways. That's all. You know, not really a big deal. Thanks for, yeah. I think, like I said, I set them up, man. I set them up. All right, now it's 10 o'clock. I got to go. Thank you guys again. I appreciate you. I don't even know how to end this. I feel like you hang up. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. I love all you guys, right? But we'll see you around, man. And like I said, you guys have a great night. I'm going to enjoy my day off tomorrow. If it's anything, if it can't wait, call me and text me, and then I'll hand the phone over to my wife, and you can talk to her. And you may not want to do that. But I don't have a fancy outro, and I don't have a fancy intro. All I have is rock on, family, and we'll see you next time, man. Peace.